Hey guys, in today's video, I go over version 1 and version 2 of the Pepers Dirty Tree. Stay tuned. What is up, you cool cats and kittens? So I have these two pedals. This is actually the Pepers Dirty Tree version 1. This is the version 2 of the same incredible boost slash integrated preamp pedal with the flip of a toggle. You can either go TC Electronics, or with the other, you could go with the Fortin 33 clone that's built in. So it's literally like having two pedals in one, and the one toggle down, which is the one toggle up, which is the 33 clone. You know, that one pedal alone is $250. And then if you want an integrated preamp by TC Electronics, that's going to run you $200. Not with this puppy. So, okay, so here's the difference between the two of them, because I've had a few guitarists who are like, bro, let me in on the news. And I'm like, you're going to have to wait and watch the video. So version 1 is actually chips on board, or COB. So it's literally designed in the more traditional way with a PCB board. So you basically have your true resistors, diodes, capacitors, and their various shapes and sizes, right? So again, this is literally open up any of your pedals and you're going to see all of the components that are in there. That's what this is. That being said, Tony Pepers in New Zealand decided, I'm going to make a version 2, but I'm going to use SMD, which is surface mounted diodes. So everything that's in here is in here, just in a tiny version. And what he can do with the version 2 is he can basically order a ton of PCB boards with them already completed. So instead of taking an hour to do one pedal, he may create 4 in an hour now. So today's goal, what I really want to do is showcase the two pedals. That way you can hear, or actually not hear, any difference between them, because that is the goal. It's to let you guys know that here is version 1, and version 2, having the new PCB board that's SMD, is exactly the same. There are some traditionalists that, they need an amplifier to be made by hand, and they don't mind spending $3,500 on someone hand wiring an amp. But why? You can basically get the same amp that's not hand wired, save yourself about $1,500, and you'll be golden. So, the two pedals are still priced exactly the same, but the SMD, for the most part, they're just known for not having, not to say that a COB will have more issues than an SMD, but for the most part, you're always going to have less issues with a PCB board that is SMD, and that's what this is. But ideally, what I want this video to be is to let you guys know, if you are a traditionalist where your pedal needs to be handmade, shut up, stupid. It's exactly the same. It doesn't matter. As long as your tone is killer, that's all people care about, bitches. So let me go ahead and set this up. So I have a Pepers switch. So I'm actually going to have both of these pedals on, and with the one Pepers switch, I can actually switch between the left and the right. So I will start with the traditional COB, or chips on board. Again, this is the typical capacitor, resistors, and diodes, literally soldered by hand on the PCB board. And this one already has the diodes and all the various components already in there, but in a minuscule, tiny version. So let me go ahead and set this up. I'm actually going to be using my 1991 ESP M2 Custom neck through body. The bridge pickup is the Seymour Duncan Nazgul. I'll be right back. Okay, Uncle Louie is back, and I will be starting, because again, each pedal basically is 2 in 1. So I'm starting with the DT, or the Dirty Tree toggle, which is the noon position or the up position on both of them. And I will be starting with the COB and then switching over to the SMD. So let's have a listen. Oh, and as far as mics go, I'm using my Shure SM57 through my Marshall JCM 900 412 cabinet with Celestion G1275Ts, right? I forgot. Or G75 12Ts, whatever. You got the G75s. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, you crazy Thundercats. So I went ahead now and switched over from the DT down to the TC option, which is the 6 o'clock position. And that is the TC Electronics integrated preamp clone. So unlike the Fortin grind or the Fortin 33, which are fixed frequency boost pedals, they are basically, designed with the TC Electronics integrated preamp in mind. So what Mike Fortin did is he basically liked a frequency, or Frederick Thorndahl from Meshuggah, and basically said, that's it right there. And, but they basically, what did Frederick use for years if it isn't the TC Electronics integrated preamp pedal? So it's basically that, and then some, because it's basically the 33, but they're based on the TC Electronics integrated preamp. So you have the option to use your high and your low along with the level. So you can pick the frequency. So the greatest thing with the Pepers Dirty Tree is that they are both in there. So same thing, I'm going to go ahead and start with the version 1 of the Pepers Dirty Tree and then switching over to version 2. Both are set to the TC integrated preamp option, and the settings are exactly the same. And that's it. Let's have a listen. There you guys have it. In closing, for all of you guys who are the more traditionalists who feel that your pedal needs to have the components, all your diodes and capacitors and everything that makes the tone, on a pedal, on a PCB board, you don't really need it, you know? If you guys actually caught my video with my Demon TS9, you know, that's all SMD, and that thing is brutal, absolutely incredible. So, you know, if you're one of those guys who feels that SMD, you know, that there's some kind of a difference, there actually isn't. And hopefully you guys were able to hear that the COB version of the Pepper's Dirty Tree is no different than the SMD version of the same Dirty Tree. So guys, either way, when you guys get the chance, click on the description below. I'm going to go ahead and link the Pepper's Dirty Tree store, or the Pepper's pedals link to the Dirty Tree. That way you guys can go ahead and buy one. Completely worth it. And if you don't believe me, then I'm going to have to punch you in your throat. All right, guys. Hey, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, jerkface. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I will talk to you guys soon.